development due to nuclear power, and most of them are caused by human error, and politics is also a determining factor for nuclear power plants. And another evidence that extends this is that everyone always says the newest reactor design is safest. They said the same thing about Chernobyl. This is from Ramanda, Princeton Program on Science and Global Security 2011. The problems that small numbers produced by this exercise, widely seen as involving complicated calculations, have the effect of what might be termed false or misplaced concreteness, especially on policymakers and general public. This is profoundly misleading and was most tragically revealed in the Chernobyl accident. Some of them had written about the Chernobyl design feature of having more than 1,000 individual primary circuits increases the safety of the reactor. A serious loss of coal in an accident is practically impossible. So they said that it was impossible for an accident to happen at Chernobyl, but it still happened, and look at the damage it causes. So all these tests that they made and the newest safety design can actually go wrong. And next, to answer to their saying that it solves pollution and it decreases global warming, according to Pierce, Michigan Technological University Engineering Professor 2012, nuclear power produces too many indirect emissions to solve global warming. This large growth rate creates a cannibalistic effect where new nuclear energy must be used to supply the energy for future nuclear power plants rather than mitigating GHS emissions. In addition, nuclear energy necessary elements would not be a chemical study made the assumption that supply of uranium along with other necessary elements would not be a limiting factor. This assumption, which benefits scaling of the nuclear industry, is suspect given the limitations of the uranium supply and the relative extinction several metals necessary for nuclear reactors. And next, nuclear power produces other gases than CO2 that cause global warming. This is from Mesadol, Free University of Berlin Research Center for Environmental Politics Director 2008. Indirect emissions will probably rise starkly as ever more fossil fuel energy is required to mine uranium. At that point, nuclear power plants need to have an edge. Emissions of other greenhouse gases from the nuclear power plants also contribute to climate change. The radioactive gas krypton-85 fission ionizes air more than any other radioactive material. Krypton-85 is produced in nuclear power plants, and huge amounts are released during the recycling process. Okay, and next, answer to their nuclear power is good for economy and the impact of the nuclear war. An accident at a nuclear power plant would collapse China's nuclear power industry. This is from the National Research Defense Council 2012. The occurrence of one major accident would bring an irreparable harm to the lives and property of Chinese citizens and the environment. It would also bring unprecedented debt and damage to China's nuclear industry, and with its prospect for future development of China's nuclear power program. So this shows that just one accident could damage the whole entire industry, and the nuclear industry, as I said, is a big part of the economy. So therefore, if one accident happened, the whole economy would go down. And next, to answer to, replacing fossil fuels with nuclear power is unsustainable. It's from Science Daily 2008. Such a new large growth rate would require major improvement in nuclear power efficiency. Otherwise, each new power plant would simply cannibalize the energy produced by either earlier nuclear power plants. The energy input required for mining and processing uranium ore to use in this power plant costs huge amounts of energy to build and operate, and cannot be offset by power production in a high-risk scenario. In addition, nuclear power produces a lot of heat as a byproduct, and this directly heats the earth. Okay, next, to answer to their national security argument, actually, nuclear power isn't going to help China's domestic economy because it's importing uranium from Canada. So therefore, it shows that even though if China uses nuclear power, this doesn't help them domestically because they're still importing the uranium and other supplies from other countries such as Canada. And for these reasons,
Crossfire. Ready, go.
Are you saying that the situation right now in China is better than what it will be if it was nuclear power?
The situation in China right now, I'm just trying to argue that nuclear power is not the best option.
Then what do you see in China? Because no other energy source can keep up with its space.
However, I'm sure we'll find another method to use, but that is definitely not nuclear power. What are you gonna do about the high cancer rates at nuclear power plants?
Are you saying that when mining for uranium?
Yeah, and also the leaks of nuclear power plants.
Well, nuclear power plants like that China are
radiation don't cause it. Because there's still, well, like I said, minor accidents happen all the time. So what about the radiation?
Like, just remove the people out of like place that get better, and then like some kind of cancer.
Yeah, however, but you can't.
Then let me ask you, how would you respond to my question in like 47,676 people die from coal mining each year? How would you respond to that?
Well, as many people died from much more people
And
died
also
from one single
for-
nuclear accident.
And
So-
also 417,000 people die from air pollution.
Yeah, but
So
nuclear
yeah.
power also causes air pollution, causes more pollution and radioactive pollution. So that doesn't make it any better. Okay, so what are you gonna do about the water problems that nuclear wastes are causing? Yeah.
Well, I mean, they store it like, don't they like store it underground?
Yeah, but it still causes like problems with the water and yeah.
Then I'm not like expert, so I don't know. So, but then like they're probably gonna have like some kind of like something that holds the waste, and then like don't leak out. So very good.
Time. Lauren, prep.